Okay, you guys are on, but not live yet. You're on though. So wave to the camera, smile, punch each other in the arm, whatever. Look like you're having a good time. See how I have the logo blinking in there?
Good morning.
We got action?
Action, you're ready.
We got action. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. I like your guys' cups. Not as cool as mine.
I would say happy St. Patrick's Day, but the only thing green in here is the screen, so we really did not do a good job on that.
No.
But
I like black.
we have a lot of good stuff going on right now, including a cool guest. Who
Yes.
we having on today?
Anita. Everyone knows her.
So we've always known her as Anita from. Now we got to know her as Anita from somewhere new. So we'll get into that here in a minute. But we had a busy week this week. What's on the agenda, guys?
Lots going on. We got to hit Mojave Valley Junior High last night with our mascot. That was super cool. The kids loved him. We love being out there in the community. We got to do
Did
a
we
nice
officially
donation.
name the mascot?
We haven't. We should
Listen,
ask
we
the
might have a
viewers.
name, but if you have any name ideas, you should shoot them over. Let us know what you think. If you haven't seen our mascot, he's going to be out and about for the rest of the summer, hopefully in the air conditioning, because
It gets a
he
little
doesn't-
hot and sweaty.
yeah, he has a big jacket. So,
Or it could be a shirt, a she.
do we have a picture of the mascot, Jeff?
How did that go yesterday? Did it go pretty well?
Oh my gosh, the kids loved
What were you guys
him.
doing out there?
We were doing a donation for them for their baseball program, baseball and softball program, so that is super exciting. Giving back to community, you know us, we love to do that. I got to go see my people.
Look at that
out
smile
there.
on that guy, huh?
Oh my gosh, he's looking
He wears his hat
good.
low like my kids do.
And the students just
Very
were
cool.
excited. They were excited to see him out there. Selfies.
So you said that was
galore.
for the baseball program. One of the exciting things going on right now is that baseball's taking off. Major League Baseball is coming back, but most importantly, our local baseballs have started.
Yes, we have the little leagues going wild. High schools it's all happening out there.
Do we have our little league pictures? We always try to support both little leagues. They both do a great job, and there you go. Somehow I managed to talk them into letting me throw the first pitch out, so that's
I'm
always
so glad
fun.
you didn't hit the kid in the eyeball.
Well,
you know?
I'll tell you, I'm lucky that kid was a good catcher because I threw it about 8 feet in the air and the guy went up and caught it, so that was good. And then, of course, Mojave Valley Little League, we donated a tractor. They take care of their own fields. They do a really good job out there, and they needed some help with equipment, so we were very excited to donate the equipment to them this year. And we still call her our own Melody, is doing a great job out there.
Yes.
So she's not ours anymore, but we're still claiming her.
No, but she bosses us around like she's ours still.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
like
what I
she's
mean?
still here.
That's just melody.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So-
We also got to do the ribbon cutting for the ADA playground with Mojave Sunrise Rotary Club.
Yeah.
That was really, really exciting. Something, so amazing to be part of. One of the largest ones in the county that we know, maybe even bigger than that at this point. So that was really nice. to
And
be
I'll tell you
present
that,
for.
the lady, Nancy, told a really cool story about a young lady in a wheelchair who just wasn't excited for parks because she couldn't use them. And it's really cool to have something like that for kids like that. So if you guys are ever out in Mojave Valley Park, it's right next to River Valley. You can't miss it. Beautiful park. Go out, check it out. And by all means, if you have someone with some special needs, they got set up just for them. So very cool.
And the dog parks are amazing. There's two really big areas for smaller and larger dogs. It's a nice 3-mile walk if you hit it twice.
My dog is not exactly the most athletic, so he doesn't
No,
need that
it
much
might be
space
too
to
much.
exercise. So, and I actually got to do something pretty cool. We've been doing our Athlete of the Week for over a year now. Leads into our ACES Awards, things like that. We partnered with Mojave Valley Daily News, and we had our first Laughlin winner.
Ah.
So,
Dun, dun,
kind of
dun,
cool.
dun.
Now, the funny thing is, if you see the video, check it out. It's on the Daily News Facebook page, on YouTube also. But I'm pretty sure I played Little League with that kid's dad.
Oh.
Which was 25
Pretty
years
ironic.
ago.
Did you see his dad's face in his face? Like,
I
it's
did.
pretty
It was
weird,
crazy.
right?
I was like, there's no way it's the same kid. And I saw him, I was like, yeah, no, that is definitely the same family.
Normally,
so.
you watch someone walk away and you're like, oh my gosh, that's John Smith's walk. That has to be his kid.
Yeah, I sure watched him play baseball. I probably would have even recognized that a little bit.
Shane,
but.
how do you become an athlete of the week?
So being an athlete of the week is, first of all, you got to play.
Gotta
Right, but you get nominated from your coaches to your athletic directors, and then we reach out to the athletic directors, and they submit their nominees. You do have to have a qualifying GPA. You don't necessarily have to have the most outstanding athletic performance, although it definitely helps. Good character, good grades, good teammate, all those things are factored in. So.
And that goes to the Mojave Daily News.
So that's all
correct?
sent into to our guys, our team, I say teammates because we do so much with them over at the Daily News, and they kind of filter through them. We discuss it when there's some close calls, things like that, and then that's how we come up with our nominees for Athlete of the Week.
And
Very
if you're an
cool.
athlete of the week, are you put into a drawing to be athlete of the year? How do you become the athlete of the year?
So,
Because you get a check when you win
Athlete
that,
of the
right?
Year. So all those Athlete of the Weeks and all the information we gather, even if you never maybe won an Athlete of the Week, but you were nominated 8 out of the 40 weeks of the year, you're going to get some recognition. And those kids are then put into a pool. We do the same thing where we actually go and interview the kids at the schools.
It's a big deal.
And from there, we narrow down based on the interview, accolades, again, character. We talk to the ADs, stuff like that. And then we have a panel. We have a group of 7 folks who sit down and discuss it, and we vote. And that's who our award winners are. So,
I want to see a golfer on there.
listen, we do have some golfers
There's
on there, but the crazy
some.
thing is they're on there for other sports too. I know some of the Mount guys are great golfers, played football at the same time, then played basketball, and some of them even play baseball. So I know that has happened at other schools too, but I know the golf guy wants some.
Yeah, I need some attention over here.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
went to Los
Los Lagos.
Yes,
Yes.
this week, and the gentleman, CJ, was like, I used to have Destry in my
Yeah.
programs.
Yeah, JC has been teaching me since I was probably maybe 8 years old, all the way until I was probably 12, and then 13. Then I got in the high school team where Bill Darrow and Don Johnson took over the teaching.
So when you play poorly and you're mad at that guy, that's who you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
When he's throwing the
Come
club.
on. Come on, JC. Yeah.
Where were you on that one, JC? You're killing me.
Yeah.
So, guys, we got a very good week. I can't wait to see what we got next week. Is Winter Expo back?
Winter Expo will be next Thursday. We'll actually be going live for the show that day, having some different style interviewing. We also have Route 66 at River Valley Baseball tournament going on, so you should see a lot of players in town, so go out and support them.
Very cool.
Hey, one more thing. What about that billboard that's down in Fort Mojave? Have you guys seen that?
Has anybody seen our billboard? Do we have a picture of that billboard?
You can't miss it.
Gonzo the Great.
Gonzo the Great.
Has anybody seen that?
I did. I took the picture.
Good job. Good
Well,
job.
I hope someone other than just our guys appreciates as much as I do. We had Gonzo on last week. Very fun guy to talk to. Super good in the business, but a lot of fun. And we always say he makes the magic happen. So now we're going to let the world know that Gonzo the Great is here.
Gonzo the
That's
Great
right.
is here. Come see him. If you have any questions, concern, he is right next
Look
door.
at that face he made.
Yeah.
He is super excited.
We might have made him do that. I don't know.
Yeah, that was in his office. I said, Gonzo, pose for the billboard. Hurry.
Well,
We have Kat Smith in the chat saying that, hey guys, where's your green? You're all getting pinched.
I
You
know
gotta find
she
us
will
first.
Pinch us too. She'll pinch us for
She
sure.
doesn't. She didn't realize that we use the green screen. So if we wear green, it doesn't show.
we definitely did not nail it on the green.
Just so you know, this black is really green.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a filter. It throws
It's a
things
filter.
off a little bit.
Black is new green.
With that being said, our guest last week, maybe it's time to introduce our guest this week, huh?
Yes, so we have Anita Gill on with us today. She'll be coming and joining. She'll be my first interview, so that's pretty exciting. kind of jumping into.
Gonna take my job.
I know. What's
Man.
happening here? What's going on
boy.
here?
Well, listen, you guys have fun. I can't wait to hear what Anita has to say. And guys, if you have any questions, please don't be shy. Let us know. Even if we maybe don't answer it live, we'll answer it in the comments. So.
Yes. And if
All
you'd
right.
like to be on the show, let us know.
All
Let
right,
us know.
stay tuned for Anita. Here we go.
Good morning. We're going to do Javelina today for our community spotlight. Miss Anita! We are here today. We wanted to spotlight you for our community spotlight. See how everything's going and have you tell us a little bit about what's going on. Well, thank you for your time today. We appreciate you. Thank you. I'll give you a hug. Hugs. You're welcome. Don't forget to shop local and have a great day.
And you're on.
Hey guys, we are here today with Anita. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out today. I'm so excited.
You're welcome.
You know that I love you. I mean, my cup says so. I would love to just start out with today a little bit about you. You know, tell us what we don't know. I mean, we all see you everywhere, I feel like. And tell us about the family, the new house.
Well, I have 3 kids. I have a 33-year-old and twins that are 23.
No, they're not babies anymore.
They're not babies anymore, but we can go back to that later.
Yes, we can.
And I'm currently homeless.
In the process of building.
Yeah, we're building a barn dominium. We have a metal structure up, some glass windows, and it's coming along.
And down boundary cones, so you got a lot of property too.
Yeah, there's about 5 acres there, a bunch of dirt, no trees, so we don't have to worry about gardening right now, so that's good.
That is good. So we get to spend our Wednesday mornings together with Rotary, which is super exciting.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that. I know that you really love that program.
Rotary is definitely one of my most favorite things to do, considering how it first started at a small table at Hooch's with Medi, and he basically drugged me, you know.
He's like, we're doing this?
We're doing this, you're doing this.
That sounds about right.
So now I think we're over 70 members, close to it, and I think all of us have been brought in by Medi pretty much. It seems like it anyways.
Yeah, well, we know that he is like the Energizer bunny that never stops.
Absolutely. And just I want to talk about the park. You were talking about it earlier. It's 39 acres. And the dog park is Arizona's largest dog park. It's beautiful. There's 2 acres for the small dogs, 2 acres for the large dogs. And
which is nice because it gives you a lot of space. Some of the other ones are really small, so you know, dog fights and people fights. Who even knows what happens? I don't even know. But over there, I always, I'm always like, oh my God, there's so much room for everybody.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of sports are being played there, and during the epidemic with COVID, the fields were booked out from California sports teams, so that park stayed busy. It's actually just a privately funded park. So we're always looking.
Which you're on the board of?
Yes. Well, I'm on the board of the park committee, and we don't have county or anybody else helping us take care of the park. It's all a labor of love. Yeah. So if you want to help us pick up trash and keep the park looking good, you know, please reach out to our Rotary page for that.
Yes, and I'm sure that you know, a lot of us here in town have our football players out there, baseball players, softball players. A lot of people are now using it and utilizing it.
Absolutely. And it's located over by River Valley High School, in case anybody wanted to know.
You cannot miss it.
Right behind the high school, right?
Right behind the high school, yes. Yes. Well, that brings me into, you know, a few other things. Your Community Achievement Award was really cool to watch you get this last year.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So that was a year ago, and it was a lot of tears. Obviously, there was a lot of great people in our community that deserved that award. I feel like I share it with my friend Artie. We did a lot of things together, including setting up our COVID response on behalf of Mojave Sunrise Rotary, where we served.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is this thing on?
Much better.
That was for my husband.
Yeah, he's like, you got to say this.
Yeah, you totally got to say this. Now that I can hear myself talk, it's kind of weird.
Welcome to the
It
studio.
is weird.
It's totally weird. All right, where was I?
With your Community Achievement and Artie.
Yeah, so we started. We decided that we needed to find a way to feed all these people that were sheltered in. And when we did, we're like, doesn't matter. We're just going to bring them soup 3 times a day, as long as we knew that they had something.
Yeah.
And then we started getting donations, and come to find out, towards the end, we were doing 700 meals a week, feeding the community for about 5 months. It was nice.
During Corona, when people couldn't leave their homes or didn't have other avenues, that sometimes.
Right, and our shop was, basically shut down, so it was a perfect avenue. We had nurses helping us. We had all kinds of volunteers. I think you were there.
Yes.
And, we together took care of our community, from Needles to Laughlin all the way to Golden Valley.
I think going kind of into Javelinas, that is really a very central place for me, where I got to really watch the community show up and be present for things that you put on that people normally wouldn't think about, So for me, that's just kind of like where my heart goes when I think about your store.
Thank you.
Maybe we could talk a little bit about that and how you're kind of transitioning out of that and how you started or
We
why
have a
you started.
slideshow if you want me to bring the slideshow.
Yeah,
Would you like
let's
to see
see.
that? And she can talk about the pictures she sees.
That sounds
How's
great.
that? Let's do it. All right, here we go.
So that's a picture of the kids. If you saw that, that's how Javelinas actually started many, many years ago.
All of your kids got to go to work with you, huh?
Pretty much. So I used to take the kids to Starbucks Wednesday, every Wednesday, obviously, and from grade school all the way to the 9th grade. And during that time,
Was there a grumpy barista?
there was a grumpy
sometime?
barista.
I was like, when you have that job, how can you be grumpy?
We showed up religiously every Wednesday, and she sighed. I'm like, oh, it's them again. You got 6 kids, and they all order something different. I understand the frustration, so we would try to go in a little bit early so we wouldn't...
Had some time.
Yeah, so we had some time, and we wouldn't be in the way of their busy rush. And she was upset, so I got in the car, and I immediately did the math. I'm like, I spent this much over this many years, and I'm like, I'll just open my own coffee shop, and that's kind of how it started.
That's where the leader mind comes from. Like, you know what? I could do this myself.
And pretty much every one of those kids, except for one, worked at Javelinas, so they all grew up there, too.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Which is really, really cool. A lot of things happen. We've worked on the Chiari event quite a few times together. A lot of good things come out of what you've
Yes.
been able to do.
Chiari is very special, as we know, and it was on the smaller scale. They didn't have a lot of money, so our side of donating would be just having them pay the cost. Being a small coffee shop, I couldn't really afford to donate the whole thing,
Yeah.
but I was able at least to do it at cost and
And
help.
Finley was able to come in, and we got
Yes.
to partner together.
Quite a few years in a row, actually, so thank you, Finley. You guys have
Yes.
always been a great supporter of our community.
Yes, you as well. It's nice to have so many people who are willing to just help,
Yes.
And we get to see that with the Rotary clubs, Boys and Girls Club.
Yep. I was talking with Bo from the Chamber about 2 months ago, and we were talking about how kindness is now an epidemic. It's
Yeah.
really nice to see it grow like wildfire. And when you see someone doing something kind, everybody else wants to do something kind too. So do something kind.
It's a nice way to pay it forward. You used to think it had to be money or things, but the truth of the matter is a smile goes so far,
Yes.
and just a kind word, which we get in the community often. So it's nice to be a part of all of that for sure. We had a picture of your antique stove in there.
Yes, that's
Something
a hobby.
that you like to do.
Yes, I like to refurbish things, and that stove was a labor of love.
I bet.
Took
'Cause
about 5 months.
a lot of sanding.
It's an original Sears and Roebuck stove, and this house in Kingman was bought on the back of a truck from Sears and Roebuck for like $2,500, including the stove, and that was a home. And it burnt down probably 10, 15 years ago, and
Oh,
that
wow.
stove was in the rubble. And so we brought it out, cleaned it up.
And put it in the store.
Yep. No, that's at our property that's far away, but we use it to warm our cabin, and it works. And
Very
cook.
cool.
It's cooks the best meals ever.
Very cool. So, as most of us know, you are now heading into a new adventure.
Yes. I'm with Tri-State Wi-Fi.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. it's nice working for local people, and it's amazing. They have a great team. He's really brought this not internet, but IT work is how he started, and then he went into Wi-Fi because he thought, well, I can do Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And he's doing Wi-Fi. He's all over. It's amazing. And we also do Wi-Fi in Needles, too.
That
and
is
Laughlin.
cool. And you guys just got to do a big thing with the community
Yes.
with your towers.
Yes, actually, this is really great news. And if you guys don't know, there's a Chief Helm over at Mesa Fire Department. He's about 6 months there now. Go by and say hi or bring him cookies. I think you're allowed to do that. But he recently
Probably has to be in a wrapper, huh?
yeah, make sure it's sealed. And he met George, and they came up with a program for us to donate some towers to their cause. And it's, going to benefit our city because of not having to pay taxes or, not using all of our taxpayers' money. So it's an amazing thing for him to do. And he can go into more detail about what, financial responsibilities or things, but definitely, all the fire departments get, the free Wi-Fi if they just ask.
That's exciting.
So it's a pretty good thing.
So the nice thing about what you've kind of come out of doing your own business, being able to give so much back to the community, you get to actually do this in your new space also.
Yes, very
Which is
much.
nice.
And, that's one thing about, working for George and Claude, his wife. They give so much to the community, but not a lot of people know what they do because they're very quiet and humble about it.
Yeah.
So I have to extract it from them. Like the park that we were just at, with the 39 acres, they donate all the Wi-Fi there so that they can run the sprinkler systems, the lights, the gates. And
You don't even realize that those things are run and you need Wi-Fi, down in that area especially.
yeah, and they also need maintenance too. Just the other day, one of our towers went down because a child or somebody flipped the circuit breaker, so it cost my guys overtime to go there and fix it. But that's what we had to do, and that's part of, the donation process too.
Yes. The nice thing about what we all do in the community is really giving back, and that happens in so many different ways and so many different avenues. And there is so many businesses and people who give personal time and give things that really go unnoticed. I always like when it says, like, hey, pay attention to what's on the back of your sports kids shirts and what's on, the billboards when you walk around, because those are usually the businesses that are here locally and give back in so many different ways. So I think that really goes back to the kindness, part of the community and how we just really show up for each other.
Yeah, and I think also the difference when a small business gives back to the community, and almost all of our small businesses do in one way or another, but they actually are working hours and minutes for that dollar. It's not just a check that comes through the mail because, they're multimillionaires or anything like. It's blood, sweat, and tears for them.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do.
Which I think that's where it becomes very personal for a lot of the small business owners.
Yes, just like the donut shop that needs windows, so go donate.
Go donate. Buy a donut.
Donate.
It is St. Patty's Day. Great day to donate, give back. Maybe they got some green donuts to buy.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, I have enjoyed my time here with you today.
Don't forget to mention the.
Oh, and we have the giveaway.
The giveaway.
If you guys haven't seen the giveaway on Finley, it's for some tickets, concert in Laughlin. So share. Definitely with this too. We're kind of new at this, so if you would share, and throw some comments on there, we love to hear from you guys. Definitely we'll answer them.
We're gonna pick a winner.
We're gonna pick a winner.
Right? Today.
Today will be the winner. So make sure you share, and tag a friend.
Woohoo.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you next week live at the expo. So we'll see you there. Thank you so much for coming. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Anita.
you.
Thank you.
All right, cool. See you later.
Bye, guys.
Shoot.